A little under a year ago, we watched through all of Parkour Civilization. It was a meme at the time, a video with tens of millions of views on YouTube, where somebody had created a story arc where you needed to parkour to partake in society within a Minecraft universe. Okay? We remember this. There is a video that came out in the last month that people who watch it are calling it the greatest YouTube video ever made. Up there with the entire history of the world, I guess, and top 10 hottest Sonic characters. I'm telling you, people talk about this video, not in a meme way, not in a joking way, like it is genuine art. Okay? I'm not exaggerating. And if you don't know the video I'm talking about, this is a 2 hour and 34-minute video. It is very long, but it is also very good and delivers on the premise. Get your fucking popcorn ready. Get your snackies ready. I'm cracking a Red Bull because we're going to be here for a damn long time. Let's dive in to the video.
In the biggest social experiment in Minecraft history, I scattered 1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now, each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Farm for food, become a dictator, and build a society. At least as best as they can, because while one island is a rich, green paradise, the other one...
You're kidding me.
...is a barren wasteland.
Okay, dude, this intro's crazy. The fact... And I don't know if this is what they did. The fact that they got 1,000 real people had all of their POVs. This undertaking is insane.
It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war? What ended up happening is the single most amazing story arc I've ever seen. All I will say is pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video.
Now... I have not watched this video. I'm going to guess what happens based off of my literacy. I watched Attack on Titan. Is that the poor nation is going to eventually grow fed up with the lives that they are forced to lead, try to build a rebellion, and then attack the strong people. And the strong people will grow selfish and greedy. There will be a lot of infighting. Their numbers will be smaller. Their cohesiveness will be smaller. And I hope, if it's a great story, the rebels, which in this case are the poor people forced to live the poor lives, succeed in their ability to take over. We'll see.
I present to you the rich and poor 1,000 player civilization experiment.
Damn, bro.
It was the beginning of day 1, and all 1,000 players began to explore their new homes. Before the first day, I had made everyone choose randomly between Island 1 and Island 2. And I didn't tell them that one of the islands, the first one, would be a barren wasteland.
I've gotten like 5 donations from people who are all like, I worked on this video. How many fucking people worked on this video? Actually, wait. I think Ish might have messaged me this last night. I'm forgetting. I said, how big's the team? The video scope is massive. He said lots of different teams, actually. Editing team is about 5 to 7. Event staff is about 30. Map making team is 15. And our applications team, which is just people who comb through thousands of applications for people to participate, is a team of 30. So I guess the entire team is 80, you know, a little under 100. Wow. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Hey, you guys having a good time?
No. There's nothing here. Please tell me where the trees are, bro. I cannot find anything.
It didn't take long for the people who chose Island 1 to realize they had made a massive mistake.
I hate this place. I hate
Massive.
this place. I hate this place.
Players realized that building civilizations on Island 1 would be particularly challenging. And not only because it was empty, but because some parts of it were completely uninhabitable, like the snow biome. Oh no! No, no, no! Help! This volcano also happens to heat up all the water on the island.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This killed a lot of people. Now, to begin building civilizations, the players needed to find a tree.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro.
Wood is an essential material, and without it, you really can't do anything.
Yeah. Foundation
now,
of all
for
building.
Island 1, there was one tree on the island, and it was pretty big too. But, of course, it was completely surrounded by boiling water.
You've got to be kidding me.
Meanwhile, let's go over to Island 2.
Transition, W transition, W transition. It's perma-life, yeah. Everyone only has their one life. When they die, they're gone forever. So the population of the poor civilization has already dwindled by, like, what is that, 4%?
Life on Island 2 was beautiful. The terrain was green, the trees were plentiful, and the water was normal temperature. You doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, this island's great.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah,
Wow.
look at this. Yeah, I love it.
Damn!
Overall, the people of Island 2 were thrilled with their new home, thrilled with their wealth, and they were very optimistic about their future.
I'm impressed that they found diamonds so quickly. It would probably take me a couple days of just mining to get that.
By the end of the first day, players on Island 1 had finally reached the big tree. Island 1 was still pretty far from having fully fledged civilizations, but there were communities starting to form. For example, this player named Remy the Rats made a small restaurant to feed those who were starving.
Oh, that's cute.
Remy the Rat, what are you serving them here? It's very popular. Bread? And you could, what the frick? Why?
What's the payment?
Ooh, is this a bread line?
Yes.
Oh no.
I like that they actually formed a line. That's cute.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Mafia.
This was Lingolini, and he had recruited about 20 people to join his Italian mafia.
That makes sense.
His goals were very simple: make friends and get rich.
I don't care about power. I don't care about government. I just want to make a nice place for my people to live.
This player named Call Me Cass.
Okay, then you care about government. Okay, then who's going to help pay for that to make it a nice place and enforce the niceness of it? Like, you care about government. You are literally describing local government. Island 2 had diamonds on the surface while we had people starving on the first day. Island 1. Someone's bitter. Someone's mad they picked the wrong island.
We're actually 5 nations combined into one, so we have strength in numbers.
The Commonwealth was a massive civilization that was formed on day 1 when 5 distinct groups were close enough to each other that they just decided to come together and unify under one nation.
Fucking British people. Like, they find a way to colonize even the poorest of islands. It's impressive, really.
Overall, by the end of the day, Island 2 was much further ahead than Island 1, as expected. But let's see what happens in the following days.
Wow. 10% of all players dead on Island 1. Just under 1% dead on Island 2.
As players logged back in the next day, nobody was expecting that the beginning of day 2 would end up having one of the most consequential moments of the entire event. Remy the Rats was running his restaurant when he received a visit from a player named Spood.
Night, I need food, I'm dying.
Now this player, Spood, was a rising leader on Island 1. He was known for always giving away his own food. But some people started to suspect that Spood's supposed generosity was merely a method to gain popularity, to further his political ambitions. That is, until...
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh, he's a traitor. He was trying to assassinate Spood.
He's the Julius Caesar of the server.
Spood had survived an assassination attempt, which brought him exactly the attention he needed to cement himself as a legend on Island 1.
Oh my god, he did the fucking Trump. How much do you want to bet that he paid that person to assassinate him? I'm just saying.
These people have made me
Wait! This happened before the Trump assassination attempt. Isn't that crazy?
emperor. This right here is going to be our capital. We're also building a massive coliseum.
You mean where people fight to the death?
Exactly.
He's really just becoming a Roman dictator.
Island 1 was finally starting to develop civilizations, but not all of them were as motivated as West Helm.
Spood is in Broke Island and gained power by giving away food, which is a rare commodity because it's Broke Island, and then had an assassination attempt because people were, I guess, theorizing that the generosity was actually a power grab, and they wanted to stop him before he became too powerful. Okay, I'm following.
See, some of the people who chose Island 1 had secretly been hoping that when they finally make it underground, they would find droves of iron and diamonds. But instead, they only found a giant layer of lava that stemmed from the volcano and covered the entire island. This lava layer ended up killing a lot of people. See, even though the two islands had a border separating them, preventing anyone from crossing for now, rumors were spreading about the wealth and the amazing environments of Island 2. Because of this, some people on Island 1 were starting to develop some feelings about the other island.
How are rumors spreading? Discord.
2 might be the better island, but we're the better people.
Oh, in fact, artists on Island 1 were already making propaganda posters, some of which were rather concerning, including a few creations by our mafia.
It took 30 hours.
Speaking of Lingolini, there was some drama on the volcano on day 2.
I just survived an assassination attempt.
What?
Whoa. Mamma mia, help me, I'm getting chased.
It was becoming a pretty common occurrence on Island 1 for people to try to rob or murder as a means to get food or resources. But Lingolini was not going to let that slide. Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put a hit out on him. Everybody in the mafia knows that the Lego Likes is an enemy of the mafia.
On day 2, the Cask Coalition was approached by an army of boats.
Oh, crap. Guys, I think we're under attack.
It looked like for some reason the Commonwealth was coming to attack.
Oh my, what? The Commonwealth made up of 5 smaller nation states is invading different areas? How could you have seen that coming?
But after a few moments of panic, it turned out to be just a group of immigrants who had gotten lost.
We are not here to invade, I swear.
I
We're not here to invade you, we promise.
Why are y'all here? It's you mother.
My bad. I made a harsh judgment.
The northern island was an optimal place to settle with open fields, trees, and wildlife. So naturally it had the biggest civilizations, including the Commonwealth, the Cask Coalition, and a huge kingdom named Tricolor ruled by a monarch named Jofiel.
The red stands for the underground, the green for plains, and the blue for the coast.
God, flag makers are the least creative people on Earth. I'm sorry, Jofiel.
Center Island, meanwhile, had pink cherry blossom trees and was the home of a small nation called Barbieland. Lastly, the southern island was big, but also extremely dense, flooded with jungles and swamps. As a result, nobody really wanted to stay there, although I did find one person. Saps, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my vacation home.
Saps was one of the few players who chose not to join any civilizations because he didn't want to get dragged into politics and drama. Still, he made lots of friends across Island 2, his best friend Flux actually being the second in command of the migrant group.
Dude, joining like a Minecraft 1,000-person like PvP or RP server and then just building a fucking vacation home by yourself, that's kind of fire.
Speaking of, 3 Below Zero and the migrants had finally reached their destination all the way up north. But little did people know, this new civilization was about to change the entire world.
Oh, don't tell me this video is an allegory for why immigrants are actually going to take over the culture of an area that they go to. These immigrants who went to Island 1 slowly started taking over the culture of Island 1. And little did people know this small group.
After the first day, 3 Below Zero had used content and propaganda released by the people of Island 1 to estimate the location of the other island. He then used a coordinate system to calculate the northernmost point of Island 2. His goal was to settle as closely as possible to the other island so that when the day comes, when the borders drop, Luminara can build a massive bridge connecting the two islands, giving free passage as a sign of good faith to perhaps bring about world peace.
He's a fucking hero. Dude, he's a fucking hero. He's a visionary.
But it wouldn't be that simple. The second in command of Luminara, Flux, as well as a few concerned citizens, did not want that bridge to be built. Their fear was that Island 1 would just use that bridge as an opportunity to invade Luminara and perhaps invade the rest of Island 2, leading to a world war.
That bridge is a bad idea. Moving up north was a bad idea. Island 1 is going to invade us.
Oof. Damn. 3 people died on the one island. What is that, 25 on the other one?
There was a person of interest hanging around with the pirates.
Lego Likes.
Lego Likes just take me out of nowhere. I put a hit out on him.
So to be clear, Lego Likes had a bounty on his head, and he was hanging around pirates.
Oh my god, he's Monkey D.
You can
Luffy.
probably guess how this ends.
Yo, Lego Zanga's here. So this is everything you guys got, huh? Not much.
Ooh. The Alcaracina pirates had killed Legolikes, but there was a small problem.
We don't know who claimed the bounty. It didn't say it in the chat.
Because Legolikes had technically died to boiling water instead of a player, Lingolini didn't know who actually killed him. Fortunately for the pirates, when a player dies, the dead player drops their own head, which the pirates believed would be the proof they needed to collect their bounty later today.
If you bring somebody's skull, you should get paid. I'm in accord on this.
Well, I'll go.
Are they just spamming mashallah? That is crazy.
Day 1 was horrific. We literally had bread lines. Day 2, we're building a coliseum, a citadel. I am literally immortal. Hopefully that isn't foreshadowing.
I'll say it right now, Spood's not making it far.
We invited you here mainly.
If you're a Roman history enjoyer, he's not going to make it far.
Emperor Spood had come in with good intentions, but it was there that he learned that he hates meetings.
I'm gonna go there.
When Emperor Spood left, the other leaders were unsettled.
Okay, we need a best representative.
Then, basically right on cue, this is Benji, and he's the leader of Island 1's second biggest civilization, called Elysium.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Spood had basically all the social power to be the leader of the island and then gave it up because he got bored in a meeting? Honestly, this is like one-to-one with the Game of Thrones plotline. A 16-year-old with basically power gifted to them and then throw it away because they're a bored 16-year-old.
Before we make this official, we have to convince everyone else to join.
See, there were a few civilizations not present at the meeting, and to complete the full Island 1 alliance, the Blue Cross would have to go out and get them all on board. First was the Alcaracina Pirate. They were on their way to collect their bounty from the second nation not yet in the alliance, the Lingolini Mafia.
Ooh, mamma mia. It looks like a small brain. It sure looks like the Legolikes.
Meanwhile, the Nevermore cult would probably be a little bit more difficult to convince, but the Blue Cross said they'd try anyway. Now, as for the fourth and final nation, well, it was a bit of a mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated and secretive. They knew that if this alliance works out, it wouldn't matter that they all lived on the poor island. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the most powerful force in the world would become Island 1.
This is exactly what I predicted going in. It's a very common trope. I think it's a very common occurrence in history. What do the weak have? Each other. And how do you become strong? It's with numbers. And the rich and the powerful will not think they need a coalition. They won't unite numbers. They're resting on their laurels. What?
As you can see, there was a bit of commotion at the Commonwealth.
Commotion is domestic terrorism. It's not I'm sorry. Slaying like all of the cattle and with TNT, it's domestic terrorism.
They had just exploded their own land because of a miscommunication. What happened was one of the 5 leaders, Coraline, got the idea that the Commonwealth was planning to move east. So she started telling everyone to move. Thus, believing that they wouldn't need their old land anymore, one of the citizens just decided to blow it up.
I thought we were moving. What? We're not moving. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Overall, the Commonwealth was having trouble getting anything done. See, there were 5 leaders, each with 1 vote. But because they were originally 5 separate nations, each with a differing amount of citizens, should the smallest faction's vote have the same weight as the biggest faction?
My God. These motherfuckers dealing with the same shit we did in 1776. There's no way that Rhode Island should count the same as California in the Senate, but they do. That's why you have 2 separate votes. One for the state's hoodness and the other for the population.
The lack of any regulations had some unintended consequences.
Yeah, I mean, letting everybody do their thing works until somebody does their thing that impedes somebody else's thing, and you have to judge over which one's thing is more important.
Players making strange and ugly buildings. So to solve this, Cass hired a building inspector.
Wow, this is so interesting. So we have like a libertarian state that so far seems to be working great. Then we have a Commonwealth where they're battling over power over the Commonwealth. You know, it's interesting. It's interesting how this is
placed a lot of foundation for a glorious city, basically made out of stone. That way no one can burn us down.
However, the building inspector did get a little power hungry. So then, citizens took matters into their own hands.
Okay, yeah, like you can't live in a libertarian state and have your job be building inspector. I was just, it's like you live in the wrong neighborhood for that. That's insane. Oh. That is, I want to say that's a little cruel. To kill somebody via stalagmite traps is a little cruel. That's an insane assassination.
The rumor that Island 1 was uniting was true, which got some people worried, especially the two border states. So Joe Fuel invited over all the major leaders and diplomats of Island 2 for an emergency meeting.
It is sad to see that just the idea of an island uniting is creating tension, you know?
The only leader who declined was 3 Below Zero because he was busy building the Luminara Bridge. So he sent in his place his second in command, Flux.
Honestly, 3 Below Zero he's like a classic leader. You know, he's one of those leaders with a great vision, but altogether a bad leader. If you don't know your right-hand man has not just another worldview, an opposing worldview, you're nothing but naive. Hey, Ludwig, square up. Oh, he's in chat. It's true. What do you want from me, bro? You're George fucking W. Bush and you got Dick Cheney running the show. To delegate a meeting with all the world leaders so you can build a bridge, motherfucker, delegate the bridge. What do you mean? Delegate that's the easy part to delegate.
I don't care what 3 Below Zero says. We need to make sure everyone unites against Island 1.
Where are you going?
Apparently they're making me lead the meeting with all the Island 2 leaders.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh no, I'm not excited. I'm terrified.
I like that. I like
Saps. A war.
We at the great and mighty Commonwealth are looking forward to a productive conversation.
Thanks.
God, I would fucking shoot every person in the Commonwealth. I would bring out 2 fucking Uzis on the table. Fucking mow down the Commonwealth. The island would be better for it. I'm sorry to say.
Proposing we all join a Defense Pact. If one of us gets attacked, all of us are under attack.
Here, here.
I can agree to
Yeah,
that.
I like that. That's good.
Are they just making NATO?
I think we need to focus our efforts on preventing an attack in the first place.
An attack is inevitable. I'm just saying.
Hold on,
An
Floyd.
attack is inevitable. There's no alternative except for you getting attacked.
Island 1 is starving. They're not going to attack us. They have bigger problems. And imagine for a second how quickly we could change their hearts and minds if, instead of treating them as an enemy, we send them aid.
Joe Field going for the America route. Okay? I think this is an America route. Because then they're going to become reliant on this nation to survive. And at that point, you've fundamentally colonized them.
This is ridiculous. Island 1 is literally making propaganda saying death to Island 2. They're jealous that we live in a paradise, and they're going to invade us no matter what. Island 1 is united. They have hundreds of...
Dude, there's some fear-mongering going on here. Because they're uniting? What's wrong with uniting?
Which is why we need to either merge all of our nations right now. We all choose a spot and combine into one civilization. Either that, or we attack Island 1 first.
Whoa, are you crazy?
Dude, what an insane false dichotomy. What an absurd false dichotomy. We have to attack or we all have to live in the same place. I give this guy a day before he gets fucking murked.
Ridiculous. What's crazy, Joe Field, is you leading all of us to our death.
Damn, good bar though.
All in favor of Flux's plan to treat Island 1 as an enemy, say aye.
Aye.
That is rough. That is a swing and a miss. Oh my god, he's seething. Fluixon is seething. What up?
Bro, I was gonna say the video you're watching is fucking fire.
Have you seen it?
Ish's newest video. Yeah, it's fucking good. You want to know what's something funny? That Ish, the guy who made it, he won like a car in one of my gaming videos years ago. Before he started making videos, and then he's just really been crushing it recently. And that's one of my favorite videos uploaded this year. It's a fucking good video.
Can I give you a video to watch?
Sure.
top 10 hottest Sonic characters.
Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the greatest and most attractive characters ever thought up. The Sonic universe might also be classified as hot chick heaven because there's such a mess of very beautiful and tough women that it'll make you love the franchise even more.
I will not be watching that. I'm sorry.
Watch it. It's one of the greatest videos on YouTube. It's like 5 minutes. Like, what does he hate? Fucking culture? Does he hate fucking culture?
Meanwhile, at West Helm, I ran into something interesting.
Our next song is called Island 1.
Smart. Oh, damn.
The barren wasteland island. A boiling water sea.
This is the privilege of the rich island to be able to focus on the arts, making a band and spreading the arts, as opposed to focusing on survival. This is the poors. This is the advantage of the poors. With such little to do, being able to focus on the arts because they are in such despair. They need something to do.
Well, here we are. I just want to say thank you, Spoon, for all your support. You're welcome.
Who's that blonde fucker from Game of Thrones? Like, who is this guy? This guy's like Kim Jong-un. This guy's
Meanwhile, Seneca, the Queen of Infernus, had decided to begin building a massive castle for her people. A beautiful home base that would hover directly over the volcano.
Damn, the application must have included you must be good at building in Minecraft, because what the fuck? This building is insane.
Everyone believed that the volcano was dangerous, except for Seneca, who had decided to take the opposite approach.
It's all just paranoia. If we really value the volcano, we need to have faith it won't erupt.
That doesn't make any fucking sense at all, bro. I'm gonna tell you what. The volcanoes erupt is what they do.
Remember this interaction from day one?
Oh, yeah. Yes, can we tell you a little secret? We found some netherite.
Oh, really? Scattered throughout the volcano were pieces of netherite, the rarest and most powerful mineral in all of Minecraft. Not even Island 2 had netherite. It was the single secret advantage that Island 1 had. And the only ones who knew about it were the Lingolini Mafia and Infernus.
Oh.
Now, even though
they're gonna have netherite equipment, dude.
The Mafia can keep mining so long as they provide Infernus with some of the minerals they find. But Lingolini was unsatisfied. So
They want to use us. They want cheap labor. I'm not giving them anything.
Lingolini didn't like how Infernus was basically forcing the Mafia to mine for them with nothing in return.
Yeah, that. Just to be clear, you got bitched. You're the Mafia. If you're providing a piece of what you produce to them for protection, they're the Mafia now. You have somehow lost the right to call yourself the mob. I don't know.
He secretly instructed everyone in the Mafia not to give Infernus anything.
I'm sorry. What do you mean secretly? I secretly went to a cafe and didn't pay for my coffee.
This mysterious civilization was called the Covenant, and it was ruled by a dictator named Turntap. How are you elected exactly? By a vote of the people or the vote of yourself?
Elected? What's that?
Turntap wasn't sure about joining the Island 1 alliance because the people of the Covenant were generally skeptical of outsiders. They only took pride in their own nation, especially in their army, which was composed of really good PvPers who weren't above using torture to get their way. Are they drowning this guy?
He's gonna die.
I'm sorry. They came up with torture methods in Minecraft? You can waterboard in Minecraft? Like what? This is crazy. It's civilization. Yeah, but there's limits on what Minecraft can achieve, right? You can make a Coney 2012 style propaganda campaign, but you can't go into the middle of the most populous street and jerk off in Minecraft. There are limits to what we can do in the real world and what you can do in Minecraft. So I didn't think that you could torture somebody.
So I went to the local news reporter. Sidefall, I have a story for you. I just caught the Covenant waterboarding one of their own.
Dude, Ish is like a Greek or Roman god. Less of an omnipotent deity and more of an immortal shit slinger who likes causing a bit of a stink for fun.
Well, I'm paid off by them, so I don't really care.
What? You know what?
It's called a business for a reason. It's not for profit, okay?
That's one of the worst fucking journalists I've ever seen. Sidefall's pathetic. That's not W Sidefall. That's L Sidefall. If you're going to call yourself a journalist, you should follow the 4 pillars of journalism, okay? Seek truth and report it. Minimize harm. Be transparent. Act accountable.
Island 1 had a lot of known dangers, from the lava layer to the boiling water to the powdered snow. But there was one last danger that nobody knew about until now.
Zombie.
Yesterday, their leaders had voted that whenever the border drops, Island 2 would send aid to Island 1, hoping this gesture would lead to peace. But not everyone agreed with this approach.
It's the end of Island 2.
When Flux returned home to Luminara, 3 Below Zero was furious at Flux for causing chaos at the meeting and for going against Luminara's values. As a result, 3 Below Zero demoted Flux from his position as second in command.
I think that's too light of a punishment.
Flux and his crew had spent the day building a secret bunker under the ocean, a place for them to hide if Island 1 attacks. And then Flux spent the rest of the day helping his best friend, Saps, finish building his home. But just as day 4 was about to come to a peaceful end, something happened that would change the course of Island 2 forever.
Don't tell me someone's gonna jerk up. We don't know.
Jofiel, the leader of one of Island 2's largest civilizations, was walking across Tricolor with her second in command, Seraphim.
Oh my gosh. Seraphim dropped a lava bucket on Jofiel.
Seraphim! What are you doing?
What? The second in command of Tricolor had just killed their own leader. And immediately, all of Island 2 went on lockdown.
What? Wait, what?
Everyone was confused about what caused this to happen.
Jofiel assassinated? I found Jofiel to be one of the more just leaders of the different nations. And what is up with these leaders having the worst first in commands or second in commands? Jesus Christ. None of these motherfuckers know how to pick them. Where's Seraphim? In the underwater base with Flux?
Now, Island 2 wasn't the only place that would face tragedy. Oh, what? The leader of the Alcaracina Pirates, Noble Bucket, died very suddenly. Alright, they sent me the footage of what happened. Oh no. He doesn't know the lava layer's there.
Oh! No. I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead.
That's embarrassing. I won't lie. That is fucking embarrassing. That's some shit you wouldn't believe. That's William Taft dying, getting out of his bathtub or some shit.
Most trusted news company was from Elysium, called Daybreak Media.
We're number one because we actually report the truth, unlike that bozo Sidefall.
Fuck yes! Jaunty won, my goat!
For purposes of unity, the Covenant had finally decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance, thus successfully uniting the entirety of Island 1. But right away, the strength of this alliance would be tested. Earlier, a citizen of Infernus had accidentally told someone outside of Infernus that there was netherite in the volcano, and this news spread all across the island.
That's gonna be pretty big news.
Immediately after hearing about the netherite, the Covenant sent a mining expedition into the volcano without telling Infernus. And lo and behold, they confirmed there was netherite.
Yep, and now you're gonna have the run on resources. The resources of this place are gonna be stripped. Oh my god, this might cause the eruption of the volcano. This could be disastrous. This is bad, bro. This is Avatar level disaster here.
Before any fighting could break out, the Blue Cross quickly reached out to all the leaders and told them to put this issue on hold.
We're inviting everyone here tomorrow so we can all talk this through peacefully.
Here's what I do, okay? If I'm spood here, I say, great, let's talk about it. All leaders, let's go. We all travel to go talk about it. While I do that, I send my citizens strip mine all of the volcano. I want that shit fucking empty. And guess what happens at the meeting? 2 Uzis. I'm mowing down the Commonwealth. Poof, 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 poof. Bow, bow, bow. Griat, griat. My gun sounds weird. It's backed up. Well, the Commonwealth's not on that island. Yeah, and my shots are still connecting. Where's it coming from?
Meanwhile, Island 2 was still processing the death of Jophiel. Saps would invite all the leaders for a meeting later so they could coordinate a hunt for Seraphim and discuss their plans for when the border inevitably drops. Now, after Jophiel's death, Tricolor had lost a lot of its power, which left the island with really one dominant nation, the
No!
But remember from day 3 how the 5 Commonwealth leaders were in constant fights with each other?
It is ridiculous that Almond's vote is worth the same as mine.
Well, this all came to a head on day 5 when one of the leaders was caught plotting to take control of the entire Commonwealth. So another Commonwealth leader then paid an assassin to, well... Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Wolfram's dead.
What? We just witnessed murder!
After this, people from the Commonwealth...
You know, I'm actually really absorbed in the story. Some things that pull me out is if you were to witness a murder going, we just witnessed murder.
As the Commonwealth erupted, the Caste Coalition thrived. But they did have their own problems. Is this your employee?
Yes, yes, he is.
That implied like get paid.
Is he not getting paid?
Skip out on work.
Do you hear this woman?
Earlier, What Daddy had ditched work to attend a party in Barbie Land. So as punishment, his employers forced him to risk his life and chop down one of the tallest trees in the Caste Coalition.
What is happening on this fucking island? All the world leaders are getting assassinated. The Barbie Island is just doing coke and partying all day. And then there's just workers' rights abuse violations happening left and right. Like, what?
Oh! What the?
Dude, I would put out a hit on Pinkwin, bro. Would Daddy dies like that?
As the leaders and representatives arrived, there was one person who would be notably absent, banned from attending the meeting. Before the meeting started, Flux called me to his underground bunker because he had something, quote, important to tell me.
I'm not allowed to attend this meeting because the leaders of this island are utterly incompetent. We can still save this island, but the current leadership has to go.
Ooh, he's talking about a Red Wedding-esque?
What do you mean, has to go?
Oh, no.
Has to go.
Oh, no. Flux was one of the people who helped Saps build the meeting place. He could have bugged that bitch.
It's gonna happen today.
Oh, no! Guys!
During the first meeting, there was one person there who actually understood what I was saying. Seraphim reached out to me, asked me if they could help in any way. I told Seraphim to kill Jophiel. And today, we will finish the job!
If you agree with full KOS on Seraphim, please say aye.
Aye. Are you sure this is gonna work?
I don't know, but we have no other choice.
Flux, do you feel any guilt doing all this?
Well, part of me feels bad for Saps.
I also don't think the leaders are safe.
What do you mean you feel bad for Saps?
If you had to betray one person to save 1,000, would you?
What just happened? What happened?
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Oh my god!
Why is there a trap?
Is this all a setup? Saps? Where's Saps? Where did he go? Did Saps do this? Wait, Saps? Yeah, we have to find him. Hunt him down!
Oh my god. Oh my god. The villain, Flux. That's crazy. Blinded by his own ambition at this point. He said, would you betray one to save 1,000? But his plan is to basically kill the entirety of the other island before they can kill his own island. But because there's 500 people on each island, he's willing to kill, even if it worked out perfectly in his mind, 501 people to save 499. More than that, right? Because he'd also kill all the leaders. That's crazy. Wow, wow, wow. That's the first day that more people died on the rich island than the poor island.
On day 4, when Saps was in Tricolor helping the people after the death of Jofiel, Flux and his crew had built a trap in his roof. And Saps did not know they had done this. He had been framed by his friend Flux, used as a scapegoat for Flux's plan.
How does that kill, by the way? How the fuck does a stalactite kill?
But because they had to rush to build the trap, it actually wasn't fully successful. Some of the dripstone, including the one meant for 3 Below Zero, had failed. But overall, the trap still killed the leader of Empyrean, Alkaline Alk, a leader of the Commonwealth, Coraline, and 4 other very high-ranking officials from across the island. After the trap went off, Seraphim was immediately caught and killed. Oh! But when more people found out about how exactly their leaders died, their anger wasn't really towards Seraphim, but toward the person they believed was behind it all, Saps.
Oh my God, bro. Poor Saps, dude. What is his curse? He built a beautiful mausoleum. Welcome people to his home. A friend to all.
All the major Island 2 nations, from the Commonwealth to the Caste Coalition to Tricolor to Luminara, declared Saps to be hunted down and killed, while Flux got away with it all. A lot of the hatred against Island 2 that was popular in the early days had faded away. That is, except for this player named Oppenheimer, who was determined to take out Barbie Land because in 2023, the Barbie movie had outsold the Oppenheimer movie.
Okay, that's a cool character. You know, some of these are niche characters that I find a bit corny, but that's a cool character to be.
What is this? What are you doing up here?
I got voted out because they hate me.
Oh! Come on! No, Chuck! What about me?
Meanwhile, at West Helm, there was a bit of a food problem going on. Not a shortage, a feud. See, Remy the Rat had opened up a new restaurant right across from the Coliseum.
Okay.
But the food was questionable.
Poison fatal.
So his customers had instead started buying their food from another player named Dinosurf. That is, until...
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Dino's Earth was slain by Taki Mocha. And guess who put out the hit? Remy the Rat.
What is he? Permanently closed. All food is now at... Remy, are you behind the murder of Dinosurf?
That was the motive was so clear there. I mean, that's what you do when you find a murder. You look for the motive. And who is most motivated to kill a good chef? A worse chef who wants tighter margins on his shit food.
While Spood was a popular leader who got things done, he had also developed a reputation of being a little unstable. He said outlandish things, he can't stand meetings, and his justice system wasn't by courthouse, but by combat. This is
I think a justice system by combat is actually one of the most just things you can do in an RP server, because it creates a system where you are not incentivized to get into trouble. You are not wasting other people's time. You're actually making their lives. People are almost excited when people get in trouble. I like a trial by combat because the court of law is never going to go how it you would hope it would.
There has been a small but coordinated secret revolution growing in West Helm, with aims to overthrow and murder Spood. The two leading figures are West Helm citizen Ramsey Pie and West Helm's head builder, Knight Arcturus.
You know, I helped design his Coliseum, not knowing Spood actually wanted to use it for bloodshed. He's insane.
The first part of their plan was to take...
You're at fault there. You built a fucking Coliseum and you didn't think it'd be used for bloodshed. And now you're having a turn of heart like Oppenheimer be like.
Out Spood's second in command, a player named Oo.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
whoa. Second command down. But Ramsay Pi was immediately chased down by Westhelm's
You
army.
could have made something happen, man.
Oh. Oh. With Ramsay Pi dead, Knight Arcturus became the sole leader of the revolution. But he also knew it was only a matter of time before Spood finds out about his plans. After some more discussion, Infernus was asked the big question.
Will you open up rights to mining underneath the volcano?
Things like trade are important, but in terms of opening up the volcano, it is an adamant no.
Ooh.
I agree.
Oh, wow.
It's a Manhunt.
Now, Lingolini, Seneca's biggest ally, was about to speak, but what he ended up saying was unexpected.
We have to humbly disagree with Infernus of not allowing anyone else to mine in the volcano. This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that. Shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
I would think that you had your time with the resources. You have to open them up to the rest of the island because you're just not strong enough to hold them off, and it's too valuable of a resource. And you're not, I think, mining it effectively. Like, you know, you just have to give it up.
Mario was here first on the volcano, and we're able to mine there, but it's not fair that no one else can mine. While your queen is over there with the diamond boots, some people don't even have any armor.
Yup! No better way to appeal to the common man than to point out the hypocrisy. Oh, it's a religious land. Explain the boots.
We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all, or you have an opportunity to totally destroy that unitedness.
But Seneca still wouldn't budge.
Now I kind of respect that she's standing on business. But what I would say is, I will fucking kill you.
Now, it's a no.
So, Lingolini made a big announcement.
Mario has a large chunk of territory in the volcano. The Linguini family declares independence from Infernus, and we will open mining to anybody who wants to mine.
Damn, the workaround.
Saps, what just happened?
Dude, what just happened? Every leader in front of me just died.
And you had nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me. Someone was in the roof. I'm getting framed-ish.
Following yesterday's trap, Saps was on the run, as he was now the most wanted and notorious criminal on Island 2. He also knew that the longer he hid, the more guilty he looked. So earlier, he had decided that he would turn himself in under the condition that he is given a fair trial. Flux, meanwhile, was satisfied with the success of his plan, but it wasn't over quite yet.
We got 2 leaders left to kill. Call me Cass, and of course, the guy who demoted me.
And because Seraphim was dead...
Wow. Dude, Flux is a fucking evil fucking villain, dude. Fuck, man.
Flux sent another member of his crew to take care of the job. Oh no. Oh no. There we go. To the world, this looked like yet another senseless assassination. But to Flux, it was a strategic progression toward making the people of Island 2 paranoid. So paranoid that they wouldn't trust anybody, and especially not Island 1.
Dude, I don't understand at all what Flux's plan is. It's, well, I guess, fuck, I do get it. It just seems late. The border's going to connect, and you've fractured your island more than anyone could dream.
Searching for something.
No, they're not.
Wait, can you come
They're bringing it to the surface.
What is the warning? Is this a normal mob?
Wait, they made it rising lava? Sidefall had then renamed the warden to Rising Lava, so that when he was accidentally killed by it, the entirety of Island 1 went into a panic.
You know what? I was shitting on Sidefall earlier for being a yellow journalist spreading propaganda, but getting yourself killed by a mob that you've renamed to Rising Lava to basically make the ledger that is Minecraft chat propaganda and misinformation is fucking fire. Like Fox News couldn't dream of that. That's next. That's amazing.
The lava is not rising, but this is just as dangerous. Oh my god. Dude, how is anyone gonna stop this?
Dude, what is the KDA of this guy? Good strat, Cadastro. Saps!
The defendant Saparata is accused of 7 counts of murder.
Your Honor, Saps constructed a meeting hall which contained the deadly trap, pointed at everybody but himself. As a prelude for the meeting, he had his accomplice, Seraphim, assassinate his leader before running to the trigger, ready to pull the trap. We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saparata.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps. You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island. May your death today.
Objection!
All I ever wanted for this island was peace and cooperation between the nations. The loss at the meeting yesterday was extremely devastating and came out of nowhere. But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me. The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area.
He's gonna expose them.
And we're the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200.
What?
Gotoga, Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Hold on.
When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Saps had figured out he was betrayed and framed by his...
What's crazy is the prosecution is also the builders.
I find it rather interesting that Three Below, the leader of Luminara, is one of the only people who survived the trap. I find that rather interesting.
What about it?
The trap too.
Well, Saps falsely assumed that 3 Below Zero, the beloved leader of Luminara, was also behind the murders. And with that mistake, Saps turned everyone against him.
Saps, is that all you have to say?
I guess.
Oh my god. OJ Simpson after putting on the glove? I guess. Was that not good enough?
I, Judge Steinbaum, find Saparata guilty on all counts. Yes! Saps is to be taken to the top of the gauntlet and executed.
That's crazy that he missed that hard. I mean, this judge's ass. The coolest thing Saps can do is get on that podium and kill himself. Letting everybody know. Ah, running's a mistake. Running's a mistake. Ah, running's a mistake. Does he make it?
Where'd he go? Bodyguards.
He escaped, man.
He could go to Island 1 and help them overtake Island 2 for sure.
Shouldn't it be dropping soon?
Yeah, I think so.
What the fuck is Remy the Rat doing there? They don't want your food, little bro.
Island 1 people immediately started taking resources from Island 2. They're taking the sheep. Still, as people from the 2 islands started meeting for the first time, they were surprisingly friendly to each other. Like these 2 who made a tunnel connecting the islands from underground.
This is amazing!
We've linked Island 1 and Island 2.
Oh my gosh.
For the longest time, Island 2 feared an invasion by
They made
Island
the channel.
1. But on day 7, that fear completely disappeared. It became very clear that Island 1 had no interest in war. That said, at the beginning of day 7, Lingolini made a big decision. He had decided to move out of the volcano and relocate his entire mafia to Island 2. Lingolini went far away and settled in the Cass coalition. While Cass's influence grew, the Commonwealth was in shambles.
Good.
Saps' trial yesterday was a disaster for the Commonwealth. Island 2 had entrusted the Commonwealth to run the trial of Saps. So when Saps escaped his execution, people lost all faith in the Commonwealth, which at one point was the most powerful civilization in the world. On day 7, most of the Commonwealth leaders resigned, leaving just one player, Sitzkrieg, as the sole ruler of the Commonwealth. One of Sitzkrieg's biggest goals was to find and kill Saps, but his other big goal was to regrow the Commonwealth's population. One of the people who moved in was Knight Arcturus, the lead builder of Westhelm, who had to flee from Westhelm because Spood had found out about his secret plans for revolution. Speaking of fugitives, the world's biggest fugitive, Saps.
So the Commonwealth is now just, what, an island of betrayers, murderers, savages? What is this, Australia?
Everyone thinks I'm a murderer. I just don't know what to do anymore.
So on day 7, Saps decided that his best bet was to leave his home island and flee to Island 1. But it wouldn't be so easy. Because the border had just dropped, people were constantly going back and forth between the two islands, which means traveling by sea could be dangerous. So Saps decided on another method of travel.
The bridge?
He's trying to use the bridge.
What the heck? What are you doing, bro?
Bridge builder when a guy tries to use his bridge. Bro, what are you doing?
Now, instead of chasing Saps, the Luminara builders instead retreated to inform everyone else that Saps was on his way to Island 1. Saps, meanwhile, quickly sailed the rest of the way to the other island, although what happened next was unexpected. It turns out earlier, Saps had reached out to a bunch of people on Island 1, offering them 2 stacks of diamonds if they give him a safe place to hide. And out of all people to accept his offer, it was Turntap, the leader of the Covenant, the most feared and militaristic civilization on Island 1.
How was the trip?
That's a good place to hole up.
Turntap had sent the Covenant hit squad to Island 2, but not to accomplish a goal for the Covenant per se, but actually upon the request of Infernus. She was not happy about what Lingolini had done, and Seneca wanted revenge.
Damn. I think this is just.
They're killing the entire mafia. They found him.
What is he, fucking Saddam Hussein? What the fuck? Okay, you know what? I know a lot of people are going to be sad or upset at Seneca putting out a hit on Lingolini, but I think Lingolini being a foil to Seneca in the meeting, saying that anyone can mine through my land, and then instantly ditching for a cushy life at the rich island is a cowardly move. I think Lingolini should have stayed, you know, and lie in the bed that he made, but instead blew it all up and then left. He kind of Ted Cruz it. There was a whole fucking storm happening in Texas, and he said, uh-oh, I got a trip to the Bahamas. I'm with that.
We could have had Island 1 at peace and world peace, and we still can, really.
Oh, here they go.
But over my grave, he will not be a part of it.
Mamma mia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Howdy, Flux. Oh, you got some fancy armor now.
Yeah, got it from Island 1.
Wait, really? Earlier today, Flux and his crew had gotten their hands on a super rare armor trim by trading with the Covenant, who had picked up the armor trim from the Warden when it died. Now, of course, Flux had no idea that the Covenant was also trading with and harboring his arch nemesis, Saps. But he did know one thing.
I heard Saps ran to Island 1, so we put out a massive bounty on his head.
Flux was now determined to have Saps killed, because Saps was the only other person in the world who knew that Flux was behind the murders of all the Island 2 leaders.
No matter what people say, Island 1 was planning to invade us. They would have just walked right ahead. But now that we have stronger leaders, more cautious leaders, they're not going to do that.
What? Bro did nothing. He killed like 10 world leaders, and then the border fell, and then it turned out it was a nothing burger of a problem. Look, I think he's a domestic terrorist, and to be honest, a very successful one, but I wouldn't call him a, revolutionary who protected an island.
Since the beginning, Flux's philosophy was simple. You can never show kindness to your enemy if your enemy wishes to destroy you. If you build a bridge, they'll use it to invade you. If you offer them aid, they'll use it to kill you. This is why Flux believed it was necessary to eliminate the Island 2 leaders who wished to be kind. And even though there was some peace on Island 2, people didn't feel a sense of calm, but instead a sense of unease and revenge. They needed closure, and they were determined to kill the person who they believed murdered the leaders they loved. Saps knew that it was only a matter of time before someone hunts him down, or someone in the Covenant betrays him to collect the massive bounty on his head. So Saps made a last-ditch effort to try and get a strong ally for his cause.
1 sec, we gotta go back to Covenant, like, immediately. We probably shouldn't have come out here.
Now, on their way back to the Covenants, Turntap suddenly started acting suspicious himself. As Saps ran, he pondered his choices. Either he puts his life in the hands of Turntap, who may be wanting to kill him and collect the bounty for himself, or he runs away. Now.
See, this is what I was saying, bro.
It's all load.
What is Saps gonna do? Live a life on the lam? Had he died and say, I will jump from this gleefully, accepting my death, knowing you've all made a massive mistake. Never forget that Flux was behind the deaths of the leaders. That would have reverbed around everywhere until they kill Flux too, you know? It's a self-sacrifice play.
On day 7, Saps built a tower in the tundra, a monument for people to remember him by. And he planned to jump off. But he didn't.
If I have to die, I'm gonna make sure he does too.
Okay, yeah. If he killed himself there, that'd be like stupid as fuck.
According to some of my sources, Knight Arcturus was seen in the Commonwealth earlier today.
Really? Spoon had sent spies across the world to find Knight Arcturus, and when they discovered he was staying at the Commonwealth, Spoon immediately reached out to Sitzkrieg to request he be handed back to Westhelm. However, given that the Commonwealth was low on citizens and needed good builders, Sitzkrieg decided to reject Spoon's request.
I'm not just going to give up one of my builders.
Ooh, a no extradition state. It's not the worst thing to be. I mean, it makes the value of being a citizen there much greater. But no extradition is not going to get you allies.
I don't get why the Commonwealth doesn't just hand him over. We don't need a war with Westhelm.
Unlike the Commonwealth, Cass had a big population and she didn't care about losing citizens who were troublemakers. For example, earlier, one of her citizens, Addison27, had gone to Tricolor, dug into Jovial's grave, and had stolen Jovial's head.
Can I wear this? Hey, Cass, I brought you a trophy.
But instead of protecting him, Cass immediately banished Addison from the Cass Coalition and alerted Tricolor of his location, causing Addison to flee Island 2. It was this kind of no-nonsense leadership.
What the fuck is that plot line? He's a grave digger who took a skull and asked if he should wear it?
Meanwhile, in Barbie Land...
Ish. I have news.
What?
I'm marrying Oppenheimer.
What? On day 8, the player Oppenheimer had marched into Barbie Land, but instead of destroying it with a nuke, he apparently liked it so much that he proposed to their leader.
Ish, consider this your invitation to the Barbenheimer wedding.
Thanks.
It's a great B plot. People don't give it enough credit. It might be the best B plot they have, bro.
Going back to Westhelm, on day 8, Emperor Spood was really only thinking about one thing: how to get revenge against Knight Arcturus. Spood decided to change strategies. He instead decided to try and bait the Commonwealth. See if he can make them angry enough to do something rash. Something bad enough that would allow Spood to then declare war and have everyone's support. And Spood knew exactly how to make the Commonwealth angry. He invited back to the Westhelm capital the one person he knew the Commonwealth hated the most. While Saps didn't fully trust Turntap, or Spood for that matter, he knew that a meeting with Spood was a massive opportunity, and it was worth the risk.
Saps, you are the person that, to my knowledge, murdered all those people on Island 1. Island 2, sorry.
It was not me. There is a person on Island 2 that is behind all of the assassinations and the corruption. His name is Flexion.
To begin the meeting, Spoon first had Saps tell his story.
I've been put on trial and sentenced to death for a crime I did not commit.
Spoon's goal with this meeting was to convince all the leaders that Island 2 was a threat to Island 1.
One of my right-hand men was murdered in cold blood by someone in association with the Commonwealth. It's one of the many injustices I've heard about on Island 2, and I want justice.
Then, Turntap of the Covenant made his own statement.
A few days ago, Covenant was approached by Luminara to speak of a potential trade agreement. Legacy AN approached me in regards to Flexion, the guy who Saps is claiming killed everyone, which I do believe.
Whoa. Apparently, back when the Covenant traded armor trims with Flux, they had also done the same deal with Legacy. And Legacy had voiced concerns to Turntap about Flux's run for leader, including how Flux was demoted from second in command, and rumors that he's paying people diamonds to vote for him. This gave Saps and Spoon's stories a little more credibility, which was crucial for getting everyone
buying his votes. Interesting.
On board with Westhelm's military proposal, which was, if any nation from Island 2 attacks Island 1, then the entirety of Island 1 must strike back.
If all leaders are in agreement to this, please say aye.
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 Good. This is for us a problem.
Benji was hesitant to join any military alliance because Elysium was the nation of peace, and he knew that his people were opposed to any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle.
Council might not agree.
Do you believe if Saps was at the council meeting, would he potentially have the chance to convince them after telling his story?
I think he might.
As long as Saps agrees, it's up to you.
Why do you need these Elysium farmers and your war? Who cares, bro? Let the hippies farm grass or wheat or whatever they want. Smoke pot. You don't need them in the fight, bro. You got Spood. You got Seneca. You're good.
Emperor Spood had grown impatient. After Spider informed him that progress was stalling, Spood had decided to send a squadron of the Westhelm army into the Commonwealth's territory to find and arrest Knight Arcturus.
Dude, Spood has got to be one of the most impatient motherfuckers. Why did he go through all the effort of gathering everybody to make a pact, NATO-like pact, to eventually go to war by provoking them, to then just say, fuck it, and then just rip it? Like, what?
We are here peacefully. We're simply looking for a man by the name of Knight_Arcturus.
All right. We don't have him.
We do not know where he's at. We have not seen him.
Wow. I love the groan. This Arcturus guy is being a fucking blight on my day.
With their first plan failing, Westhelm went to plan B.
Shield wall, shield wall.
What the?
What's happening, guys?
They're forming a shield wall. They're forming a shield wall outside.
Everyone leave. We're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Everyone bail, bail.
The Westhelm squadron had successfully intimidated the Commonwealth leadership into fleeing their own nation.
Damn pathetic, bro. The Commonwealth is such pussies, bro.
Westhelm then went around, searching every house, every mine, every crevice of the Commonwealth. But ultimately, Knight Arcturus was nowhere to be found.
I was sailing past Saps' place a few days ago.
God, this dude is digging. For what?
Oh. You see that? You see that guy?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't that Flux?
Yeah, it kind of looks like him. Yeah.
What's he doing at Saps' place? And why is he gathering blocks?
You go to show Cass.
Hubba bubba! Caught in 4K!
Go show this to Tricolor. And probably also Hyperion.
I'm on it.
On its own, this wasn't the best evidence. But for some
there's
people,
smoke, there's fire.
It did raise some questions.
I like the way Ish talk.
Saps had spent the day getting brought into meetings with the most important people on Island 1, and he didn't really know what to make of this. In one sense, he was incredibly lucky to finally have some support. But he also questioned how real this support is and who he can really trust. Earlier yesterday, Queen Seneca had found out that Elysium's newspaper Daybreak Media had somehow found out that she had directed the Covenant to kill Lingulini.
Daybreak with another breaking news story. You gotta love journalism. Phenomenal journalism.
This is why Seneca was so quiet yesterday during the Island 1 snow meeting. She knew this story would be coming out, and she was trying to figure out how she would respond. And on day 9, she made her decision. To dissuade people from invading Infernus, she would show strength by doubling down and hold a joint ceremony with the Covenant, parading around Lingulini's head.
Vietnam, I'm getting word that Infernus is having a ceremony to burn the head of Mario.
If I can't get his head back, then it's war. I will put my hands around each and every one.
The leaders and representatives then decided that Infernus needed to be punished.
I like the one person saying we're going to war. Brother, that's not war. 1v400 is not a war.
They started discussing whether or not to declare war. But then, not even a minute into the discussion...
If everyone is against them, then we are not going to...
Benji's dead! Benji's dead!
What?
Benji,
the leader of Elysium, had suddenly died. And before anyone could even ask about what happened, a member of Daybreak Media made a shocking revelation.
We know that Benji had been one of the people who made the call to kill Lingulini.
What? Apparently, Benji had admitted to Daybreak Media that he, alongside Infernus, had approved the killing of Lingulini. At the time, Benji believed that killing Lingulini would finally resolve the conflict over the volcano and bring peace to the island. But he ended up seriously regretting this decision, so he told Daybreak Media everything, exposed Infernus, and then ended his life.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's not what I said to do at all. I did not say whistle blow to the media, then kill yourself. That is not what I said. Just want to clarify. He released the list, then killed himself. So what is this? Fucking Epstein good ending? What are you saying? What are you trying to say here?
Now, because Benji had repented, the Blue Cross Conference decided not to punish Elysium and instead focused on Infernus.
I don't know about war.
Yeah, you know what's funny is they focus on Infernus, they ignore Elysium, and guess who they also ignore? The Covenant. Oh, curious.
Now, when the meeting came to an end, Flux was approached by a few guards from Tricolor.
We know about the assassinations, all right?
What assassinations?
You're under arrest. You're coming to Tricolor. You're gonna have a fair trial. Just come with us.
What are you talking about?
Tricolor had issued an arrest warrant for Flux after they obtained incriminating video evidence from a citizen of the Cass Coalition. The group then passed through Elysium and were about to sail off to Island 2 until...
Oh, hey, what is this?
What? Wait, Flux is getting away? It turned out Flux had secretly told a member of his own crew to come and attack him so that he could run away from his arrest without looking guilty. When Flux returned to Luminara, his whole world had flipped upside down. He believed he had covered all his tracks, that he had gotten away with everything. But for now, he had to remain calm and decide on his next move.
Dude, it's like watching the meltdown of Light Yagami. It's genius plays, but he'll never give up. The ego will take him to his bitter end.
We've just been informed that you have ties to the Covenant, and they're working with Saps the traitor. So the problem is, we're afraid you're a national security threat. You have two choices right now. You either drop out of the election this instant, or we can do this the hard way.
Oh my God, he's playing bully ball. Holy shit. Putin on the beat. Fucking taking out his political opponents.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, that's a fucking hard one. Okay. Fucking, I'm sorry. Do I die or I drop out of the election? Oh my God.
By forcing Legacy to drop out of the election, Flux had automatically become the leader of Luminara. Which means if Tricolor still wanted to arrest him, they wouldn't be able to just walk ahead and take him. They would have to invade Luminara itself. Apparently, about half of the Covenant's entire population had decided to leave the Covenant. This is because they believed TurnTap was betraying the Covenant's values by constantly trading and associating with Island 2. And what made a lot of them really angry was the fact that TurnTap was making them protect Saps. Anyway, now that TurnTap had the pirates against him, as well as much of the Covenant forces, which TurnTap himself had trained to be ruthless, it's fair to say that his life was in grave danger.
You're under arrest.
Uh-oh.
Yo, they're trying to kill me?
After days upon days of searching, the Commonwealth had finally found Saps.
I propose a trade. You give me Saparada, and the Commonwealth gives you Knight Arcturus.
Oh, wow.
RT for Saps.
Spood, don't do this.
I can't take Saps, bro. I can't take Saps delivery, man. That shit kills me. Spood, no. They're trying to kill me.
You expect me to give up an innocent man in exchange for a terrorist? Is that really your offer?
He's not innocent.
Get out.
Oh, shit!
Now.
You know, honestly, it's great for Spood, because what does Spood actually want? I think to prove that West Helm is the greatest kingdom in the world. He wants to go to war. He's been trying. He has a pact with Tricolor. He has a pact with the other nations on his island. The fuck, respectfully. Okay, and I've been very nice to the Commonwealth all day. The fuck the Commonwealth gonna do?
The trial of Infernus, which had become a very anticipated event because Seneca had told everyone that she actually planned to attend. As such, TurnTap would be there to help her, which meant Saps also had to go. He wanted the Covenant's protection, which would actually come in handy. Seneca and the rest of Infernus had arrived, but were refusing to enter the courthouse because of safety concerns. Someone's setting up Dripstone.
Oh! Oh my God! TurnTap tanked the shot. Oh my God. I thought it was outside or nothing. What are they doing inside?
And like that, TurnTap was dead, killed by two disgruntled former citizens of the Covenant who had come back for revenge. Both Infernus and the Covenant were eventually found guilty of murdering the Lingolini Mafia. Now that Seneca had adopted the entire Covenant army with all of its netherite weaponry, it would be impossible to try and arrest anyone. Saps, meanwhile, was abandoned at the courthouse, so he ran all the way to West Helm to Emperor Spood, who was apparently dealing with a new political crisis. According to a West Helm spy, it looked like the Commonwealth was preparing to go to war. And on top of this, Spood had received a message from Sitzkree inviting him to the Commonwealth for a meeting.
So, like, okay, the big two groups right now on the Broke Island is Spood and West Helm and Infernus, who's now combined with the Covenant. Who the fuck is trying to arrest the Infernus and the Covenant? Like, what group? like who is the Blue Cross backed by? Because Elysium doesn't give a shit. Oh, I guess probably Luminara, right? But Luminara is on the other one, no? Isn't Luminara on the other island? Flux suggested the trial. Why is Flux at a Blue Cross meeting? I find the Blue Cross to be trifling. Trifling! Seneca's in chat saying Blue Cross was useless. Okay, well, Seneca, you would say that. You fucking murdered a bunch of Italian men for what, being Italian?
Spoot suspected this was a trap, but his second-in-command Spider had an idea.
Let them kill me, and if they do, we'll have the right to obliterate them.
Basically, if Spider goes to this meeting and actually gets killed, then in the eyes of the world, this will give Westhelm permission to finally wipe the Commonwealth off the map.
Casus Belli.
You're a hero, Spider.
Glory to Westhelm.
Oh my god. This is it.
I like the Westhelm siege and I like the reasoning, but you got the reasoning to gain support. Why not go to Tricolor? Why not go to Infernus? Why not add to your rank? I don't know if they win or not. I think they might lose this battle. The percentage doesn't seem 100. They got a bit ahead of themselves, I think. I hope they didn't let Spider's death go in vain.
Wait, what? Where is everyone?
The Commonwealth had been completely abandoned. See, after Zekor's meeting with Spood, Sitzkrieg had tried to rally all of Island 2 against Westhelm, but not a single nation joined him. Throughout its days, the Commonwealth had faced chaos, infighting, global humiliation, and now Sitzkrieg was utterly defeated. So, as a final jab against Westhelm, Sitzkrieg decided to kill Spider before dissolving the Commonwealth once and for all. Then decided to pack up and relocate to the one place in the world that Westhelm wouldn't be able to infiltrate.
Thank you, Seneca.
I know Seneca can't hear me, but that gotta be the dumbest shit I ever seen in my life. To betray your own islanders, your own kin. You grew up together with nothing, bro. I feel like she has lost the plight of the lava and turned to the plight of power. Isn't it funny that Seneca was the one in the meeting saying, let nobody mine my shaft? And Lingalini, the one who opened it up, was murdered for saying, let's open it up. And now she opens it up not only to other islanders, but to people from the rich island. The fuck is a Caste Coalition?
Meanwhile, at the Caste Coalition, it was the end of another good day. The farmers had produced plentiful crops, the businesses had made lots of sales, and there was even a birthday party. As leader, it was Cass's duty to keep track of all the world conflicts. But by day 9, they were simply overwhelming. Yet despite all the turmoil, Cass spent most of the day trying to solve what was now the world's biggest mystery. Who had really murdered all the Island 2 leaders? See, earlier at the Blue Cross meeting, members of the Caste Coalition were listening carefully.
Covenant was going to invade us, right?
Honestly, probably not. I think they were just trying to scare you guys.
Flux had fully believed that Island 1 was going to invade and even yelled at the other leaders for doing nothing, which made Cass think, what if that's the reason he killed them? Besides, what would be Saps' motive? There wasn't even a motive alleged during his trial, yet he was still found guilty.
It was a pathetic trial.
In fact, thinking back, the trial itself was suspiciously short, and the judge made a decision very quickly.
The trial was fucking pathetic, bro.
On day 9, one of Cass's citizens was scouting the Commonwealth and figured out why. Flux had bribed the judge to ensure Saps was found guilty.
It's been Flux this whole time. I'm so mad. He needs to die.
We gather here today because we never got the opportunity to properly mourn our previous leader, Three Below. He was more than just a Luminaran, he was a friend. And I'm very much excited that we can continue his legacy and complete the bridge which he would have wanted.
You killed Oh my God. Did he slither up to that podium?
And so the Cass Coalition set off on their mission to kill Flux once and for all. On the way, Cass stopped at Epirion to rally their people.
Are we ready to fight?
Dude, Epirion's still using iron armor. I can't. I can't.
The plan was simple.
Did he just say the plan is simple?
The plan was simple.
Copyright striked. Incoming. Sorry-ish. I'm getting the revenue, buddy. That's my phrase.
They're after him.
Surrender, Flux! I don't want to do this!
Oh.
Okay, wait, surrender! Okay, surrender. I'm not moving, I'm not moving!
Flux, you are under arrest, killing Jag, Alki, members of Tricolor, and leader of Commonwealth.
This is an outrage!
Dude, you don't fucking stop saying that shit. Fluke's on at the fucking Starbucks when they don't have soy milk. This is an outrage!
Attempting my assassination.
Hey, stop.
What is it? What'd you call?
Flux had stopped and surrendered, but there was a bit of confusion.
He's entitled to a fair trial.
Wait, I thought it was kill on sight.
Yeah, I thought it was kill on sight and leave. What the fuck is this shit?
Luminarans, do you want this man alive?
Yeah, entitled to a fair trial.
Oh,
Dude, that's probably the best audio from this whole thing. Do you want this man alive? Yeah, he's entitled to a fair trial.
All of a sudden, Cass wasn't sure about what to do until...
Hey, stay.
Oh, he's running. He's running.
pull it!
Flux knew there'd be a lot of people after him, so when he dug to the surface, he ran straight to the ocean and fled Island 2. Legacy had taken over as leader of Luminara. Cass and Epirion were down 5 citizens, and Flux had gotten away with everything once again.
Dude, Cass choked, okay?
Or so he thought.
I am so confused on what's happening right
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
When Flux's trap went off, the rest of the world had a lot of questions. Was Flux behind the murders of the Island 2 leaders after all?
Yeah, it's not the most defensible thing to be like, yeah, no, I was getting chased. And I thought I might be getting chased, so I built a giant trap to kill hundreds of people. The existence of a trap is premeditated.
Dude, I think Flux was behind everything.
The Daily Break!
Saps, how do you feel?
Dude, finally, I'm so happy.
The search for Flux didn't take long.
He thinks he'll get accepted?
Seneca had offered Flux refuge at Infernus.
Seneca, I'm gonna fucking... Bro, Seneca's pissing me the fuck off. She's pissing me the fuck off, bro. She went from Queen of the Volcano to like, yeah, I'm just harboring a few warmongers. Yes, I have Hitler and Stalin in my bunker. Yes, but we are just here because we love the volcano. Yes. What is the big deal? We love the volcano. Yes, his name is Benedict Arnold. He lives here. Why are you asking?
Under the condition that he and his crew build deadly traps all around the volcano perimeter so that nobody can break in.
We infiltrate the volcano for Spider and for Owo. And I just want to say, if I die today, I love you all. We love you. Glory to Westhelm.
Glory to Westhelm.
Flux got away with murdering so many of our people and our leaders. Today, we get justice for our entire island.
Okay, vamos, amigos, vamos. All right, everyone in.
I'll meet you at the Coliseum.
Dude, just having some Spanish speakers sprinkled in is funny.
A few days ago, every single person in the world wanted me dead. But today, you all know the truth about who really killed our leaders and our friends. Today, we walk ahead, we storm the volcano, and we get justice!
Storm is not the word I would use. Storm is giving capital vibes. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
There's a lot of things to watch out for. There's gonna be lava, boiling water, dripstone traps, their entire army. They have the height advantage and netherite armor, but we have numbers. So let's stick together and let's win this thing. Come on!
Let's move! Ludwig's on that son of a bitch. She needs to die.
To stop and obey.
Still like my trap. Rat me the rat! No!
They're in.
Oh my gosh! Dude, I would not be able to tell who is who. This is chaos. There are 500 people here. Seneca down. I need to see! Where is he, Fluixon? No way. There's no universe he lives.
Of course he has a tunnel. Of course.
Hold on. Oh, come on. Alright guys, let's go.
Colosseum? He has what? His armor's so much worse. And I've never seen Fluixon do a fair fight.
You actually showed up.
Can't say no to a friend, can I?
Bar!
Let's make this a fair fight.
Actual
okay?
bar! Dude, he is at such a disadvantage, bro. Diamond axe with bow and arrow and the trimmed armor? Come on, Saps! Oh my gosh! No lava bucket placement! Genius! Genius! Who was it? Fuck, who was it? Yeah! God damn!
Saps had killed Flux. And with that, Flux's reign of terror was over.
Holy shit! I think it might be the greatest YouTube video in the world, man. It mogs the Minecraft movie. There's an epilogue? Oh my god! The player base was halved.
Today, we gather to honor the lives lost in the Battle of Infernus.
The Island 2 West Helm Alliance had defeated the Infernus forces. But winning had come at a high cost.
Oh my god, they
After the
fucking
war,
made Arlington.
people across the world took time to mourn their dead, reflect upon the battle, and then, eventually, decide how to move on. Now that Infernus, the Covenant, and the Commonwealth were off the map, there were talks of creating a new world government. But ultimately, it never really materialized, and all the remaining nations just agreed to do their own thing. Island 1 had taken the brunt of the war. Crops trampled, the big tree scorched, the volcano ravaged. As a result, people across Island 1 struggled after the war.
But I meant dead.
Some of them joined
Jesus Christ. That's dark? Oh, fuck. What the fuck were Barbie and Oppenheimer doing that whole time? Were they at the war? Were they just boning in the middle? Like, what was going on?
And so everybody lived on in peace, including Saps, who at long last had returned to Island 2.
Am I strong enough?
This brings back memories.
It's like 4 days later.
Still, the world wasn't totally conflict-free. The Cass Coalition Bakery was yet to be exposed for causing the death of Wood Daddy. And Knight Arcturus was still in hiding, yet to be found by Westhelm. It's a big world, so it's not a surprise that many stories like these may just never end.
Season 2? Nah, you're not getting what Ish is saying. Some stories don't resolve, and that's okay.
Barbie, do you take Oppenheimer to be your one and only Ken?
I do.
Oppenheimer,
The wedding is beautiful. The cherry blossom wood with the charcoal wood.
Barbie and Oppenheimer have requested that instead of rings, they will both exchange something slightly different. If you would please turn your attention to the nuclear bomb that's behind us. 3, 2, 1.
The Barbenheimer nuke. It's beautiful. No, he's making the... Wow. Dude. This shit's crazy. I can't believe I'm forced to upload on the same website. They didn't even have a fucking mid-roll ad for Rocket Money. What the fuck? Chat, it's time. I need a wall of W's. What? For the entire crew. Honestly, bro, we gotta say W Fluixon. Fluixon did a bang-up job. I love playing the part of the heel. I've done it many a time in my life, and Fluixon played it wonderfully. Those bars at the end, good ass stream in the books. I'm so glad I watched that video. I'm genuinely so glad I watched that video. I started watching it and I was like, I fear this might be peak, and I'm happy to have realized that it absolutely is. Great video, bro.